Well, your character has many different things going on in this movie. And was it tough when you either when you read the script or when you started working on set to make sure that you were managing sort of the idea of his grief and then this sort of thriller aspect and everything?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough, but it's also, it's the type of tough that fuels you. It's the whole reason you get into the movie is because obviously there's a couple of reasons, but a main reason was the variety of places I could go with the character and the arc and the different tones. A lot of times in movies that are targeted towards a certain demographic or a certain genre to have a tendency to be very one-notey and linear in its thinking, and the character is not human at all. People laugh, people cry, people all in the same 20 minutes. You can go through all of them. And movies like this only work if you buy the character. So that was tough because there's the David Fincher window, there's the Say Anything window, there's the conversation, and Straw Dogs, and there's a lot of layers to this movie. And so to make sure that it all works, to make sure those transitions work, there's points in this movie where I'm coming out of the bathroom having just dropped a deuce, and then to transfer all the energy into the David Fincher aspect of the movie and transition effortlessly from, and it's all in the house, so there's only a hallway's amount of time to be able to transition from dropping a deuce back into the loss of your, and that stuff's hard, especially when you're shooting on different locations and trying to find the continuity of your character.
Well, do you rely on the director to be able to maintain that tone, or is it something that you have to come with?
You rely on the director for everything. Everything. It's all DJ.
Well, these thrillers in general are populated with characters who always end up making bad decisions or doing kind of dumb stuff or whatever. I mean, are those things hard to sort of play believably, where it's like, oh, I have to be, accidentally take a picture when I'm not supposed to be, like in one scene where David Morse sort of sees that you're watching him.
Right. No, I know what you're talking about. I mean, there's story plot points that you have to hit, plot points you have to hit. The actor's job is to fill in the blanks. So I get a lot of freedom. DJ allowed a lot of freedom because and I felt secure enough to be able to be free, and that's where all the intricacies came. If I wasn't allowed that freedom or allotted that time and space, it just wouldn't be there. With any other director, it wouldn't be there. It was just a kismet situation where everything just sort of aligned. Not only in the movie, but the Clippers were in the playoffs, the Dodgers were in the playoffs, all while we were shooting this movie. I mean, I could have won the lottery if I would have went and bought a lotto ticket. I mean, my luck was like on level 10.
Wow. Well, you also get a chance to work with David Morse, who's such a great actor, and there's a lot of real intensity between you two. How tough was it to sort of maintain that? Was it easy to break out of that when you're off camera?
We didn't talk for the first 2 months.
Oh, really?
No, he just kept his space, and that's what he needed, and it's just the way it was. We didn't like each other much, and first time we really got to interact one-on-one was the fight scenes. I think the first thing David said to me was, "Duck, this is a real bat." And he's almost 7 feet tall. He's a big man, and he's intimidating. And we wanted to rip each other's faces off. Those were real fights. It was a dirty fight when we fought. That was a fight. I mean, it's staged and whatnot, but it was full, intense effort. He wound up breaking 3 of his fingers in the fight scene.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, between this and certainly Transformers coming up, you have these higher and higher profile roles in bigger and bigger movies. Like, have you considered, what sort of, amount of scrutiny you may be under? I mean,
I could care less.
Really?
Yeah, about the scrutiny from who?
Well, just, sort of, as becoming more of a sort of celebrity as opposed to just continuing to be, obviously a character actor.
I'd much rather just maintain my actor status. The celebrity thing is poisonous. That's when things start going haywire. I've never striven. It's never been a goal to be a celebrity. It just seems poisonous.